You're listening to the Self-Made is a Myth, Make a Difference Together show with your host, Coach Tim Campsall, where we talk with successful business owners to hear the stories of their journeys in building their successful businesses. And more importantly, we recognize the folks who help them excel because we know that achieving business success is not something we can do on our own.
Hello, everyone. This is Coach Tim Campsall, and I'm excited to have a fellow business owner from Indiana with us today. Something unique about my guest is that she possesses the ability to make most situations work. Everything is figure-outable, as she would say. In her downtime, she enjoys being as introverted as possible, and we're going to ask her about that. And she's most proud of overcoming some really difficult obstacles. It's my pleasure to welcome Malisa to the show today. Hi, Malisa.
Hi, Tim. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, let's learn a little bit more about you. Let's start with having you introduce yourself, tell us your full name, and a bit of your personal story, like where you were born, live, about your family and hobbies.
Okay. My name is Malisa Raylene Steckel. I am 45 years old just now in July, so I am my mid 40s. I was originally born in West Palm Beach, Florida, and grew up around the Daytona Beach area. And then I implanted into Indiana back in 97, I believe. No, 98.
Okay.
And I've been here ever since.
Fantastic.
So, I have a beautiful 24-year-old daughter who just got married. And then an amazing, handsome 15-year-old stepson, Stryker. I'm recently married myself. We got married back in 2022.
Awesome.
He gave me my dream beach wedding.
Aww.
So
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And what do you like to do for fun?
Oh, that's a tough question. He and Brent and I together, we like to travel. Okay. So we've been to Mexico, we've been to St. Lucia, nice. We've been to Dominican Republic, we've been to the Bahamas, nice. And then just kind of all around, here.
Awesome. Wonderful.
So we have a huge map downstairs with pins in it.
Nice. Yeah, my wife and I do that too. It's fun. Yeah. So tell me about being this introvertedness. What's that all about?
I am actually a natural introvert. Being a business owner, it has pushed me to being an extrovert. So in the evenings when I get home, I'm like a cell phone. Like I have to just kind of plug into the wall and like reboot, recharge, because talking nonstop, constantly, all day long to just so many different people, so many different situations, employees, customers. I mean, the random guy at the gas station, it's draining. It's very draining. So I'm definitely an introvert.
So what's a funny story that your family likes to tell about you that you'd be willing to share?
So I don't know, because I say a lot of stupid stuff. I mean, I don't know that I can pinpoint one. I mean, like my husband could probably throw one at you real quick. Because I don't know, just stuff just kind of rolls out of my mouth. I say it before I think it.
Yeah, and does that happen like in scenarios where you probably don't want to be saying it out loud? Like,
yeah.
Do people maybe laugh at you a little bit?
Yeah. Awesome. Everyone says I have a great sense of humor, and I'm not trying to be funny. I just stupid stuff comes out. I don't know.
I love it. Melissa,
let me think on that one. I'll probably just pop in later on. Right. And be like, I figured it out. Okay.
Perfect. I love it. Tell us about how the business came to be, and at what point did you have the confidence that you could run your own business?
So that's I'll synopsis it down a little bit. It was Sydney and I had a full-time job working at Camp Atterbury, or not Camp Atterbury, but Atterbury Job Corps, working with, troubled youth, and working full-time. Sydney was in high school. We did not have a lot of money at all. Struggle bus.
Mm.
And I just decided to take my last $100 and I went to the Dollar Tree and bought some, Lime Away and some bleach, and went to Walmart and bought this little $40 vacuum. And her and I just started hustling. She would go to school and then I would go to work, and then we would come home and off we long enough to change our clothes, hop in the car, grab some supplies, and we were off cleaning until 10-11 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
And then we did that every weekend, every evening. Oh gosh, about a year. And we had a girlfriend of mine, Tasha. She was a huge help with that. And it was just like gaining my clients, one by one.
Yeah.
And it was in March of 2018, I believe. I just decided I'm just going to do this full time.
Good for
So
you.
I quit my job at Atterbury Job Corps and took off running with
Wow,
it.
that's
So,
awesome. Congrats. So tell us more about the company. What's the name? What do you do? How do you help people?
so the name is Priority One, and it's the number one. Priority One Cleaning Solutions, and we are a full service janitorial cleaning company. We service, we have commercial accounts, residential accounts. We clean Airbnbs, the Brown County Music Center. We've actually, that's probably my longest. I got that in 2019. They opened in August of 2019, and I got the contract, and our first job was November 7th of 2019.
Nice.
So almost 5 years we've had the music center, and it's kind of like my baby, music center. So we do medical offices, Airbnbs, factories, insurance offices, residential homes, construction cleanups, if it can be cleaned, apartment complexes. We take care of their lobbies, their hallways. We also do their unit turns. When maintenance is all done with their punch, we go in and sparkle it up for the new residents. So
fantastic.
Very.
Malisa, share a story where someone pushed you or inspired you that you could do it, even though maybe you weren't sure if you could, and the impact that that person had on you.
Oh, it's more than one person. Is that allowed?
Yeah, sure.
So when I started Priority One, I remember calling my dad and my sister, and be like, Dad, I made, X amount of money this month cleaning. Is that good? And it was just like a constant. And I had, I still have it. I had a little notepad that I would just write every job I did, the address, the name, how much I charged. I still have it downstairs. It's funny to look at. But so it was my dad and my sister and my mom, Tasha, my friend Debbie, and Sydney. So it was that group. I can't just say one person, because they were all just like, do it.
Nice.
Do it.
Nice. So what's been the biggest learning as a business owner?
Oh my goodness. The biggest learning is learning that boundaries. Learning boundaries, and I still haven't learned that yet. So.
Tell me more. What do you mean by boundaries?
So, the weekends, we are a cleaning company, and we do service Airbnbs and, offices. So we try to make ourselves available on the weekends, but it's like every time my phone rings, I feel like I have to answer it. No matter if it's 10 o'clock at night, 10 o'clock in the morning, middle of a football game on a Sunday. Like, I feel like I have a responsibility to answer that phone, whether it be a text, an email, a phone call, whether it be a customer, an employee, or, that's the guy wanting my warranty information. I feel like I have to answer the phone. So that's the biggest thing, is setting boundaries and sticking to them.
Yes. Yes. One of the things that we teach our clients is to when we start, a lot of folks use their personal phone for their business. And so then we've got to teach them to have two different phones so that they can let go, like you're saying, and like the business
Well,
phone.
I do have two different phones, but people still get my personal number. Yeah. Yeah. People still get my personal number. It's okay.
Nice. Thank you for sharing. So we know that business success doesn't happen in isolation. So share with us one of your biggest challenges as a business owner and somebody who came alongside of you and helped you through it.
One of my biggest challenges, just learning how to do it all. It's not just, I mean, there's no manual. Like,
Right.
you can't Google how to run a cleaning company, trial and error. And again, it wasn't just one person. I had a troop. So and they each brought their own special little talent
Yeah.
to it. So if I needed certain advice, I'd go to my dad, or if I needed this advice, I'd go to my sister,
Yeah.
or, and my daughter Sydney was always the like, Mom, you can do it no matter what it is. I've seen you overcome so much. You can do it no matter what it is, you can do it. So she was more of like the morale part of it. My
Your
dad was like the
cheerleader.
wisdom.
Yeah, that's awesome. What you just said, it's so true that the school system teaches us how to be an employee, right? It doesn't prepare us to be a business owner. So when we go out on our own, it's like, oh my goodness, there's so much to know and learn, and it's like we're drinking from the fire hose. And
yeah.
and the information is out there because there are best practices on how great companies are run, but it's hard to just find it and absorb it and implement it while we're also juggling, right, all the things that are going on. And the reality is, the profession of business ownership, right, is not a degree that we can go to school to get, right? Most
No.
people just learn it organically.
Yeah. My degree is not in anything to do with, I have a degree in criminal justice and I clean toilets for a living. So make it make sense. I don't know.
So Malisa, I'm going to put you on the spot a little bit here and ask you to pick 3 people that have been part of your business owner journey that you're most grateful for them helping you with your business's growth. So who are those 3 people and how they help you?
Oh, just 3, huh? Okay. So Sydney she's my ride or die. So she's the number one.
Yeah.
Again, just like her and I are like, so we have a tattoo. I don't know if you can see it.
Aw.
So like, you're my lobster. So she's just there and has just pushed me to do it.
That's awesome.
My dad, he's my phone a friend. So any problem that I could, whether it be, Dad, how do I measure the square footage of this garage, to what do I charge for this? And not that he's a business owner, because he's not by any means, but he's a very intelligent man. And he would just give me the right answer every time.
Nice.
And then, gosh, I don't know who that third one is. It's y'all don't get mad at me.
Is there a group that you'd like to put in that third so you'd save yourself some grace with everybody?
So yeah, like Debbie, and it's kind of a toss up between Debbie and my sister April, because they were both there. Debbie's actually my office admin now. And she's been there since the very beginning. Well, we've been friends for 15 years. So, if you're going to have someone in that role, it has to be someone you can trust.
Yeah.
Because she literally knows everything about me.
Nice.
And then my sister April, she was always there if I had a question or a problem, or just wanted to, yeah.
Nice.
She's like, wait, who do we not like today?
Yeah. Wonderful. Hey, as you think about the next 1 to 2 years, what's your number one priority or the biggest challenge that you're going to need to overcome in order to achieve your goals?
So I I have a bit of a control issue.
Mhm.
But I would like to maybe step back a little bit, just a little bit, and kind of have, because I've got amazing employee like Sydney, my daughter, and then Brandy, and then my daughter's husband, Dalton. They're like the three main cleaners.
Okay.
I would like to kind of step back a little bit and give them a little bit more so
Mhm.
I can enjoy the fruit of my labor.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes. Yes.
So that is a goal and it's a challenge.
Mhm. We hear that a lot. Letting go is very hard, especially for the owner that, was in it from the beginning and went through all of the ups and downs and figured it out.
Yeah, the tears and the blood and the sweat and
Yeah.
the nose and the disappointment. Yeah. It's hard to kind of let the reins loose a little bit, but
And on the flip side of that, it's also one of the most important things because the business can only grow to the level that the owner is involved. So if the owner is an employee, the business will only grow to be that size.
Mhm.
When we let go and give people responsibility and spend more time working on the business and free up our thinking time and our working on the business time, now the business can significantly grow because we've created more capacity within the company.
Yep. Yep.
Good for you for having that insight and also understanding that it's going to be a challenge because
Yeah.
knowing is the first step of letting go, right?
Mhm. Mhm. And then just doing.
Absolutely. So Malisa, Jim Rohn, great. Unfortunately, he's passed away, but an awesome business guru. One of his quotes is, "We become the average of the 5 people that we spend the most time with." So, as you think about that quote, what advice would you have for business owners who are trying to do it all on their own?
Don't give up.
Hmm.
Don't give up. Because if I can do it, I mean, you've got to just keep drilling it. I mean, if someone says no, go to the next person. And then you know what? In 6 months, go back to that person because they might change their mind. So yeah. Don't give up. Just keep doing it. Because nobody's gonna do it for you.
Mm, yeah. You've talked about a number of different people here today. And so it sounds like you've been blessed with some amazing folks in your business owner journey that have helped you along the way. If they were all here on the show today, what would you want to say to them?
Oh gosh. They're my tribe.
Mm.
Yeah. Uh thanks. Yeah. Stop it.
I was waiting for it.
Yeah. And every person that has worked for Priority One Cleaning or every person that we have worked for, regardless of what their role has been within Priority One, it's made a difference.
Mm.
Every person has left their handprint on my company. Whether it be good or bad, we have to take the bad in order to get the good.
Yes.
We got to know what it feels like to fail to just enjoy that victory. So every single person that has passed through Priority One Cleaning Solutions has been attributed to it.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being vulnerable and sharing that with
Yeah,
us.
I don't do that very often.
Malisa, it's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Thank you so much for being on the show.
It's been an honor, Tim. Thank you so much. I really do. It's very humbling. So thank you.
You're welcome. Enjoy the rest of your day.
You too.
Thanks for listening to the Self-Made is a Myth show. Please help spread this movement by liking and subscribing to our show and following us on Facebook and LinkedIn. To join our movement, go to bemadtogether.com. Okay, folks, that's a wrap. Please pay it forward and be sure to tune in next time to the Self-Made is a Myth podcast.